officials say accidents on mountain roads have increased 50% over the past 20 years.
News 13's Anjali Patel shows us how recently approved federal funding could bring down those numbers.
The Bipartisan Infrastructure Bill established a new Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program. It'll dole out $5 billion over the next 5 years, and local officials hope it'll help with concerning trends we're seeing here in the mountains.
With regional growth and increased travel, the mountains have seen a 50% increase in crashes since 2000.
We don't have many trends that are looking too beneficial in our region.
Other modes of transportation also becoming more vulnerable. 2020, a record year for pedestrian fatalities, with 14 across Buncombe, Madison, Haywood, Henderson, and Transylvania counties.
We're seeing about 16% of our roadway fatalities in the pedestrian and bicycle modes. Another 17% is with motorcycles.
Local officials hoping federal dollars will help reverse those trends.
Our region is kind of depressingly well suited for a grant like this.
The new Safe Streets and Roads for All grant program requires local governments and organizations have an adopted action plan to use its funds. On Thursday night, Hendersonville City Council is voting to support the development of that plan by the French Broad River Metropolitan Planning Organization and the Land of Sky Rural Planning Organization. Next week, Buncombe County Commissioners will do the same.
So it would identify projects, some of them being the larger projects that would overhaul intersections or segments of roads. Others would be, smaller treatments, maybe some strategically placed guardrails or something. And other things might be educational or enforcement campaigns.
The goal, making transportation safer for all.
What kind of impact do you think this federal funding could have on going to improve that roadway safety here?
I think, that's yet to be seen. But really, for our effort, it's setting up our local governments for wins. We know that in order to take advantage of this program, we need to have that plan down.
The French Broad River MPO and the Land of Sky RPO plan on submitting their application to develop an action plan later this month.
An Asheville high school 9th grader is shot in the chest and rushed to Mission Hospital as schools nearby go on lockdown.
Tonight, there are questions about who shot her after she says a stray bullet hit her. News 13's Kimberly King joins us live. Kim, police obtained a search warrant for her boyfriend's home.
That's right, and it was here on Erskine Avenue. Now, police found ammunition but no gun. Family members tell us that the female victim and her boyfriend, who lives on this street, would walk to nearby Asheville High School each morning. Police did obtain a search warrant from a judge, but tonight the case remains wide open. Police crime tape was up on Erskine Avenue for much of the morning. Detectives working where the 9th grade girl said a stray bullet hit her as she walked to school. Neighbors saw the ambulance come.
Our anxiety is definitely up. We just moved here and are trying to meet everyone, and so that kind of just got us, all worked up this morning.
The 911 call said she was outside when the incident occurred. We're working to establish the facts, determine what happened.
Those facts focus on investigating the victim's boyfriend's home. His grandparents say off camera they saw the girl's wound as she bled profusely inside the home. Investigators talked with neighbors.
Can you tell us about what you have so far?
So we only received one 911 call for the gunshot victim from a person who we believe was, in the area.
Search warrants show investigators found 2 boxes of ammunition and 1 Glock magazine, but no gun. Police say several students told a former student resource officer at the high school that a male juvenile had accidentally shot the female victim inside the residence on Erskine Avenue. Police say witnesses have inconsistencies. The question remains whose gun went off in a case that's far from closed.
I feel like a lot of them could be prevented by responsible ownership.
Investigators, according to the search warrant, found blood in the living room of the home and a small drop on the outside porch, but no trail, according to the court records, leading into the house. And if that was there, it would have been consistent with the victim's story that she was shot on the street.
Fundraising controversy tonight. The East Henderson Youth Football and Cheerleading League is raffling off an assault rifle.
News 13's Samir Nefsi spoke to a concerned parent, and he has the response from the league. It's a heated debate. Should an organization catering to children 5 to 12 years old be allowed to raffle off an AR-15? A spokesperson for the East Henderson Youth Football and Cheerleading League would say yes. Some parents would say no.
I thought it was in very bad taste for them to choose a weapon that is being used against children.
The East Henderson parent we spoke with did not want to be identified on camera. Her concern, the latest fundraising effort by the East Henderson Youth Football and Cheerleading League. The ticket reads, enter for your chance to win. $5 a ticket or 5 for 20. The prize, a FN-15 patrol carbine.
I was honestly shocked when I received the message that the children were going to be selling an assault rifle because of what's going on at schools just around the country.
The backlash prompting this Facebook post, which asked for applications for an official fundraiser to get enough money to help the league make it through the season. We reached out to the league. A spokesperson declined an on-camera interview but said in a statement, "We are currently raising funds to purchase new equipment and have the ability to sponsor children in our community who cannot afford the registration fees." Adding the winner must be 21 years old and pass a background check before claiming the prize. Now, this isn't the first time the nonprofit has sponsored this kind of raffle. A quick scroll on Facebook shows a post of the tickets from 2021. A spokesperson told News 13 in a statement, the fundraiser has taken place for years, from shotguns to gift cards being raffled off. Explaining the raffle last year helped the team to purchase new helmets, jerseys, shoulder pads, and sponsor 15 players for this season. Now, despite that backlash, the raffle will still continue. This actually marks the third year in a row the league has held an AR-15 raffle. Per their Facebook page, if the league is not able to raise enough funds, that'll have a direct impact on the players in the form of fees being raised.